The hum of the rig was the only thing keeping Frank Mears company. For 37 years, that sound, the deep-throated purr of the Cummins diesel, had been his lullaby, his alarm clock, his confidant. His Peterbilt, Old Bessie, was an extension of his own body, a steel exoskeleton devouring endless ribbons of interstate. This run was simple: Denver to Sacramento, 80 all the way, but a backed-up tunnel and a cryptic detour steered him wrong. Now the sun bled out behind jagged peaks. The four-lane had dwindled to a single lane of cracked asphalt like a dry riverbed. Bessie's headlights cut weak tunnels into absolute darkness. No reflectors, no streetlights. Just towering pines with branches like skeletal fingers clawing at the sky. The GPS flickered and died. His CB radio hissed with malevolent static that seemed to breathe. Breaker 1 to 9. Anyone got their ears on? Only the hiss replied, sharpening into a faint, distorted whisper. He clicked the mic off. He should turn around, but the road was too narrow. He pressed on, knuckles white on the wheel. Then he saw the sign. Old wood, rotted and splintered. Tyler's Forge, 5 miles. A town meant a diner, a gas station, a place to turn around. 5 miles felt like 50. The pines pressed closer. The cab grew cold despite the heater. Frank glanced at the passenger seat. For a split second, the worn leather bore the faint indentation of a body, as if someone had just been sitting there. He blinked. Gone. Just fatigue. He rolled into Tyler's Forge. It wasn't a town. It was a corpse. A main street of crumbling storefronts with dark, empty windows. A rusted pickup on cinder blocks. No light, no sound, not even wind. The only thing alive was a tattered inflatable tube man in front of a closed dealership, flapping in a non-existent wind, its arms reaching for Bessie. In the middle stood a gas station. A dim yellow light glowed from the garage bay. Frank pulled up, air brakes hissing into the silence. He climbed down, boots crunching on gravel slick with something that smelled of damp earth and rust. He reached for the nozzle and froze. The hose wasn't connected to the pump. It snaked across the concrete floor into the darkness within, taut and pulsing, as if something was drinking from it. Cold dread seeped into his bones. A rhythmic scrape started inside. Scrape, pause, scrape, like a heavy chain dragged across concrete. He fumbled for the door handle. In his peripheral vision, the inflatable man stood rigid, its painted smile and vacant eyes turned toward him. Its arm was pointing down the dark main street. Frank threw himself into the cab and locked the door. The Cummins roared to life. He floored it without lights, Bessie lurching forward. As he sped down the main street, he saw them. Figures in the doorways. Gaunt, gray shapes, insubstantial as smoke but with the weight of nightmares. They oozed from darkness, featureless faces turning to follow his engine. Their stare crushed his soul. The road out appeared. He took it, speedometer climbing past 80. The pines blurred. He didn't look in the mirrors. Then suddenly the forest ended. He was back on a smooth 4-lane. A sign flashed, Salt Lake City, 120 miles. The GPS flickered back to life, announcing I-80. The CB crackled with another trucker calling a speed trap. Frank let out a breath, a hallucination from lack of sleep. He reached for his coffee, hand trembling. As he brought it to his lips, he glanced at the side mirror. Bessie's trailer was dark, but reflected in the glass, sitting perfectly still in the passenger seat, was a figure. A gaunt, gray, featureless shape, its empty face watching him with crushing intensity. It had come with him. Frank's blood turned to ice. He couldn't scream. He just stared at the impossible passenger as the Peterbilt, its driver lost in ways no road map could fix, thundered on into the night.